Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. From up top, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. And Charles, an NFC North matchup here, the so-called black and blue division.
Atta baby, show that age.
It's going to be a battle in 2019 as well. Who do you like out of this division?
Well, Chicago is a defending champion, and they play defense as well as anyone in the league, so you have to like their chances to repeat. Minnesota thought they were going to run the division, had a rough year. That's not normal Vikings football. They'll get back into the fray. Green Bay had such an underwhelming season last year. They changed coaches, but they still have number 12 throwing the football. And Detroit, they're on a crusade to eliminate bad football and get back to being the Lions that roar.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Aaron Rodgers getting set to lead the Green Bay Packers offensively. Is it fair to say, Charles, that Rodgers has quietly had another sensational season? I mean, you compare him with some of the other quarterbacks in the league, he just does not throw interceptions.
I think what people miss, and this is just my own opinion, not only does he not throw interceptions, he doesn't turn the ball over in the pocket with a lot of fumbles, but people often equate with guys who don't throw a lot of interceptions with simply dinkers and dunkers throwing the football. Aaron Rodgers is anything but that. And when he gets outside the pocket, he's not taking the 5-yard check down. He wants that 50-yard throw downfield. He throws to hurt a defense. So when you put it all together, doesn't throw interceptions, yet wants to push the ball downfield, it's even more remarkable because going into the Chicago game, in Week 15, he had gone 232 straight passes without throwing an interception heading into that game. That's pretty phenomenal.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant.
And again, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. He's still fighting forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Offense.
They get Elton Jenkins, the second rounder from Mississippi State.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Kirk Cousins, the 31-year-old quarterback in his second season with the Vikings, bringing them out the rest of this offense. And it's also the first time that Kirk Cousins has quarterbacked a team to double-digit victories. The Vikings reaching that plateau for the second time in 3 years after winning 13 back in 2017. But for Kirk Cousins, the numbers have been good. Second straight year on track to top 70% completion-wise. Also the fewest amount of interceptions that he has had. And when you consider he's been playing a large part of this season without his Pro Bowl wideout Adam Thielen, makes the numbers that much more impressive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Cousins again. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll throw again. Cousins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Packers getting ready to go back at it offensively. We talked earlier about Aaron Rodgers and another sensational season for him. Look, what was weird the last 2 years was looking at the playoff picture without the Green Bay Packers. Well, they're going to be back playing meaningful football this January. Double digits in wins again. And I think for Matt LaFleur, if there was a rookie coach of the year, he'd certainly be in line for that award.
And he should be in line for the award just to be coach of the year. Remember, this team didn't make the playoffs last year. So much discussion in the offseason. Would he mesh with his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? And how would a young coach like him take over a team and guide that locker room? Well, heading into the down stretch of the season, he had his team at 11-3. That's pretty phenomenal. Not only that, in the proud history of the Green Bay Packers, they've never had a rookie coach take his team to the playoffs in the first season, not even Vince Lombardi.
Wow, and he's going to do that. By the way, it's in the rearview mirror by a ways now, but have you thawed out from that Week 15 game?
No chance. Green Bay cold is just different.
Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works free. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. What's that?
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Second turn, defense.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Barely got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. After the penalty, it's Jones. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions are giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Irvin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to throw, Rodgers. A throw caught by Kumaro. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Now Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
There we go.
A gain of 15.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll go again to Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey, the hero as time expires. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.